We're in the 11th chapter, and this chapter is called uh, Wisdom. So, because this, this Astavakra Samhita, this text is very uh, difficult to understand because it is based on the highest principle of Advaita Vedanta. Though the words are very common, uh, the words are very common. The words used in this text is very common, and it seems very familiar. But uh, the the meaning of this, the actual meaning of these texts, is very difficult to realize, and that is why we are approaching it slowly, so that we can we can realize what we discuss here. Uh, it is said that if somebody listens to Astavakra Samhita with full faith, with full concentration, with full attention, then he attains the wisdom of this knowledge of the doctrine of birthlessness, that is Ajatavad. Now, uh, we were here that uh, chintaya jayate dukham nanya nanyate heti nishchayi taya hina sukhi shanta sarvatra galita spriha. So this is what we had discussed in our last session. It says that you know uh, that because of the care, because we care for this world. Why do we care for this world? Because we think that this world is true, and that is why we care for this world. We care for this universe. Now, world means not the external world. World does not mean people in the external world, or the objects we see in the external world. World means my mind and the objects present within my mind. This is the world. So the person who is present within my mind are also objects. They are not subject. They are not conscious. They are just objects. They are the object of my thought. They are the objects of my imagination. So because they are the object of my thought, so they are also objects. And because they are objects, you know, those are considered to be the world, and those are not mine, or those are not me. And I have to renounce it or practice unattachment so that I can get rid of that, and I can go beyond that. And when I go beyond the object, when we go beyond the object means matter. So when we go beyond the matter, so what remains? Subject remains, consciousness remains. So here, Ashtavakra says that whenever you care for this external world, or whenever you care for this world, so world means the world internal, your mind, and all the objects, all the thoughts which are present within your mind, that is your world. That world is projected outside. The world that you see in the external, in the surface, in the external, out in the outer surface, is actually the world which resides within you in the form of mind. So if you get rid of that mind, if you can separate yourself from each and every object of the mind, then you will find that you have separated yourself from the external world. We are so concerned about unattachment. We are so concerned about how to practice unattachment in the world. So Vedantic guru or Vedantic teacher says you don't need to be concerned about the unattachment in the external world. The thing that you need to be worried about is the attachment that you have with the objects present within your mind. If you can, if you can separate yourself, if you can separate yourself from the objects present within your mind, you will see that each and every object in the external world does not have any impact on you. They will not affect you. They will not create any bondage. The actual bondage is within you. And what is that bondage? It is also not the objects which are present within you that they are the bondage. No, it's not that. It is the attachment with them. It is the sense of, it is the sense of truth in in those objects, that whatever I see in my mind, whatever comes in my mind, you know they are some they are some objects of the external world. But when they come in my mind as a thought, they are very true to me. And because they are very true to me, I treat them as mine. I have special care for them. I treat them with care. Okay? And that is bondage. Now, what is liberation? When, when I will see these objects in the mind, but I will not have any, I will not have any affiliation towards them, any attraction towards them. They will exist as an object in the mind. They will keep existing, but they will not have any, any interest, but they will not gain any awareness from me, attention from me, because I know that they are not true. And because I know that they are not true, I don't have any kind of uh, affection. So here it says that chintaya jayate dukkham. That is your adoration, your affection towards the world. Here the world is your thoughts. Your affection towards the thoughts is the it breeds suffering. So you create your own sufferings. The sufferings does not come and attack you. They don't come and descend in your land of utopia. It's not like that. You are very happy and suddenly some kind of some kind of suffering comes, and it does just it just robs everything. It's not like that. You create your own suffering. How do you create your suffering? By the care, by the affection that you have for the objects of your mind. That is where you create your sufferings. So it says that, chintaya jayate dukkham. That is your affection towards the thoughts or the mind. Those creates sufferings. Nanyate heti nishchay. But these are not true. You might see them to be very true. You might consider them to be true. You might consider them to be true because of your own ignorance. Because you have not seen the truth, because you have not experienced the truth. So whatever you see in front of your eyes, they appear to be very true. They appear to be very true, but it's not like that. When you when you attain self knowledge, when you have the experience of the self, then you see that these objects, they don't exist. There is no existence at all. They existed because of ignorance, because I've seen them from the vision of ignorance, from the point of view of ignorance. When i when i am established in knowledge, when I stand firm on knowledge, there is no world, there is no object. There is no object. And that is what it says, that you need to know it for certainty, that these does not exist. Taya hina sukhi shanta sarvatra galita spriya. And by just renouncing them as if they are very trivial, by renouncing them as if they don't have any value for you. They are valueless. Don't value them. Don't have any affection for them. Don't have any interest. So, when you are in this state of mind that you don't have any value for them, then what happens? Sukhi Shanta. Then only you become happy, joyful, and peaceful. You become joyful and you become peaceful. Sarvatra Galita Spriha. And then you see that all your desires are gone. They're just dissolved. They're just dissolved. Like, we keep a metal and we put acid. So what does it do? The acid corrodes all the metal. The metal disappears. The metal disappears by the application of acid. So in the same way, when knowledge appears, all this ignorance they disappear. They're just gone. They're just gone. So it says that uh, you need to always remain separate from this affection towards the objects. That is when you attain peace, you attain bliss. You see, all the desires have gone. You don't find any desire. And when you don't find any desire, then you will see that there is no sufferings also. The direct cause, or only cause, the only cause for your sufferings is your desires. If you don't have any suffering, if you don't have any desires, there is no suffering at all. Okay? So, this is what it says. Then it says, Naham deho, name deho, bodoham iti nishchayi. It says, I am not the body. Though I reside in the body, but I am not the body. And this body does not belong to me. And this body is also not me. I am not this body, and the body is also not me. Okay? Then what I am? I am consciousness. I'm consciousness. I'm awareness. Bodoham iti. I'm just awareness. I'm just consciousness. I'm conscious. I am awake. I am. I am. I'm conscious that I am. That's it. I'm this consciousness. I'm this consciousness. I am conscious that I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm awake. I'm that consciousness. So, neither I am the body, nor the body is me. I don't belong to the body, and the body also doesn't belong to me. Then who am I? I am that consciousness. Nishchayi. I am that certain consciousness. I'm completely aware of this fact that I am this consciousness. It's not an assumption. It's not an assumption. It's not a presumption. It's not a perception that I've heard it, and I have just perceived that yes. No, it's not like that. You will feel it. You will feel it. You will realize it. You will feel it. You will realize it. So naham deho name deho bodoham iti nishchayi. Neither am I the body, nor the body nor is the body me. I am that consciousness. I am that consciousness. Kaivalyamiva samprapto na smarakritya smarati akritam kritam. It says that my only goal is to attain kaivalyamiva, to attain, that state of absoluteness. My only goal is to attain the state of absoluteness. And to attain the state of absoluteness, what I have to do? I have to stop hankering after what I have done or what I have not done. I have to stop thinking about that. I have to get rid of this, of this notion of what I do or what I do not, what I have to do or what I have not to do, what I have done. So I have to get rid of all the, uh, all this sense of action, doership. I have to get rid of the sense of doership. I am not the doer. I'm not a doer. I am that. I am that consciousness. I'm that consciousness. So a person who have attained that state of consciousness, a person that who have attained that state of consciousness, he never remembers or hankers or bothers after what he has done or what he has not done. He's free from both. He's free from both. Then it says, Abrahma stamba paryantam ahame veti nishchayi. It says from Brahma, that is the creator. We know that, in Hindu mythology we have that, this creation, this world was created by a god called Brahma. So that Brahma is consciousness. And, stamba, that is a pillar, which is a matter. So it says that, from consciousness to matter, whatever it is, whatever substance is there within consciousness and matter, what is that? Ahame veti nishchay. I am the one. I am the one who is within consciousness. I am the one who is within the matter also. There is no matter. It might appear to be matter, but it is not matter. It's also, me. I am manifesting myself as matter. When I am perceived through ignorance, I am seen as a matter, but that matter does not exist. I am always consciousness. In matter, there is consciousness. There is consciousness. Because we don't have that knowledge, because we don't have that tool, we don't see consciousness in the matter. We only see that it's a matter. It's dead. It's insentient. It's insentient. But it's not insentient. It's sentient. It's very conscious. It's very living. It's very living. Today we know that, artificial intelligence. How can intelligence be artificial? How can intelligence be artificial? It's intelligence. It's there, which was not discovered. Now we have discovered intelligence within matter. And now, because we have discovered intelligence within matter, now we have started to use it. But we have not created any intelligence. Artificial intelligence was not created. It was already there. It was already there, which we were not aware of. Now we have started to be aware of, the awareness, the intelligence which is within everything. One day when we will attain full knowledge, absolute knowledge, we will see that everything is intelligent. Everything is consciousness. Everything is vibrating. It's life. There is nothing called lifeless. There's nothing called lifeless. Everywhere there is life. Everywhere there is light. There is nothing called darkness. There's nothing called, lifelessness. Everywhere there is, there's nothing called unintelligent. Everywhere there is intelligence. So, it says, Abrahma stamba paryantam ahameveti nishchayi. From Brahman, from the self, from consciousness to matter, the only thing that exists is me. I am that. Nirvikalpa, Shuchi, Shanta, Prapta, Aprapta, Vinibrita. It says, I am that. I am that. Nirvikalpa. I am that one without a second. I am that one. I'm not two. There is no two. There's only one. There's only one consciousness. It's not that there's consciousness and matter. It's not that. There is one Jivatma. That is one individual soul or individual self and universal self. No. Individual self is universal self. And universal self is individual self. How? It says that, there's a pot. There's a pot. There's an empty pot. So in the empty pot, there is space. And what we say? We say that space within the pot. But the space within the pot is the same as the space outside the pot. It's the same space. But because there is a pot, that is why we differentiate the space inside and outside. But in fact, there is no difference. In the same way, because there is ignorance, we differentiate. This is matter, this is consciousness. But it's all the same. There is no matter, there's only one consciousness. So, as the space inside the pot is the same as the space outside, in the same way, the individual soul, the individual self, is the same as the universal self. Is the same. So it says Nirvikalpa, you are that one. Shuchi, you are the pure. You're pure, you're divine. You're clean, stainless, sinless. You don't have any sin. You don't have any stains. You're very clean. You're very clean. You're very, pure. Shuchi, Shanta, you know, you are unperturbed. Your peace. There is no vibration. You are the vibration less. There is no vibration at all. You are the unperturbed. And Prapta, Aprapta, Vinibrita. And you are beyond this, accomplishment or unaccomplishment. You're beyond this. We judge ourselves. We judge ourselves by the accomplishments that we have. But in reality, you are beyond accomplishment. You are beyond unaccomplishment. This accomplishment and unaccomplishment is actually worldly. But from the vision of the infinite, from the point of view of the infinite, there is no accomplishment. There is no what will you accomplish? You're full. You're complete. You're self-fulfilled. You're self-fulfilled. You're purna. You're already filled, fulfilled. So once you're fulfilled, and when you are fulfilled, what will you accomplish and what will you not accomplish? Everything that you need to accomplish is already accomplished. Is already accomplished. So you're beyond that. Prapta, aprapta, vinibrita. You're beyond this. Then it says, the last one. Nanya Ashcharamidam Vishwam na kinchidati nishchayi. Nanashcharyamidam Vishwam na kinchidati nishchayi. Nirvasana Sfurti matro na kinchideva samyati. It says, Nana Ashcharamidam Vishwam. This world is full of amazement. This world is full of amazement. But na kinchidati nishchayi. But though you see this world as amazement, in reality, those amazements does not exist. They're just false, untrue, illusion, delusion. They don't exist. It's like, the snake in the rope. You see the snake and you are like, you are scared and you run away. But you are scared, you run away, you do whatever you like, but there is no snake at all. The rope was always a rope. In no time, the rope has changed. It will never change eternally. The rope cannot change into a snake. The rope cannot change into a snake because, this rope was perceived to be a snake because of ignorance. So when the ignorance is gone, the rope, the snake transformed itself into snake. The snake transformed itself into rope, but there was no snake. It was always free from snake. In the same way, whatever you see outside, whatever delightful, whatever delight you see outside, they does not exist. The only thing that exists is consciousness, which is the only truth. This one that you see is true for one day. It's true for now, but it was not there before and it will not remain thereafter. It's just, seen now, that's all. But it's not true. The truth is always the same. It's always the same. And, whatever amazement you see, in reality, there is no amazement. Nirvasana spurti matro na kinchi diva samyati. You need to remain, you need to, you need to remain desireless. Nirvasana. You need to remain, you should always remain nirvasana, that is desireless. Don't desire anything. By seeing this magic, seeing this splendor outside, don't desire that because it does not exist. You desire it and you just keep running. This running is not going to end. You see, at the end of your life also you're still running, trying to get it, but you can't because it does not exist. It's just a delusion. So it says nirvasana. You need to be desireless. Spurti matro na kinchi. This, whatever you see now, is just a, just seen now. That's all. You just seen now, but it will never, it will never exist. This manifestation is just a, is a time specific, but it is not going to stay. Spurti matro and na kinchidiva samyati. They don't exist. They don't exist. They does not, when a person, becomes completely, when a person becomes completely desireless, by knowing the reality of this magic, he discovers peace. That person discovers peace. So, this is the end of the 11th chapter named Wisdom. If you have any question, we can discuss or we can meditate. Thank you very much.